Perhaps Apple's worst-kept secret, the Apple Car, is being developed for a 2024 or later release. Rumors speculate that it will be a fully featured self-driving electric vehicle that will compete with Tesla and other EVs. Apple could partner with other popular manufacturers like Hyundai or BMW, or seek another option. Today, we'll be talking about the Apple Car. Make sure you stay till the end so that you get to know about a feature about the car no one else knows. Let's get started. Rumors of Apple's electric car initiative began back in early 2015 when a report claimed Apple had been considering the effort for quite some time. Steve Jobs himself admitted to considering building a car in 2008, but the plan's on hold to focus on development of the iPhone. Over the past year and a half, however, it's become more clear that Apple is indeed working on a car of some sorts under the Project Titan moniker. Tesla CEO Elon Musk even stated that it's an open secret. Apple is building an electric car. At one point, it was rumored that Apple was interested in purchasing Tesla, but that report was never confirmed. Musk's comments came following an intense poaching war between Apple and Tesla, with both companies poaching employees from the other. Musk, however, referred to Apple as the Tesla graveyard. In addition to hiring employees from Tesla, Apple has also hired employees and executives from Fiat, Mercedes, Ford, and more. The head of Mercedes-Benz, however, doesn't seem too worried about Apple's car plans, likening the idea to a car manufacturer building a smartphone. Apple was initially reportedly aiming to release its own electric car by 2020, but a more recent report claims that the launch date has been pushed into 2021. The date could potentially have been affected by the departure of Steve Zadesky, who was leading the project. Not much is known about the design of the Apple Car, though a variety of renders have emerged, all of which are purely imaginative and based on nothing but speculation. The car is said to be electric, though its autonomous capabilities are unclear at this point. The design. Initially, Project Titan was rumored to involve an electric vehicle we are calling Apple Car, delivered by 2019 or 2020. Towards the end of 2015, however, the program experienced an incredible failure of leadership, according to one source, in which managers fought over where Titan was going. This led to the departure of project leader Steve Zadesky. The design and technology behind Project Titan remained very much in flux, sources said, with Apple at one point considering using BMW's i3 as the basis for its Apple Car. Apple and BMW have held talks about a potential partnership, though both BMW and Daimler reportedly ended talks with Apple over who might lead the project and own data. One German report indicated that Apple had a secret car lab in Berlin, staffed by about 15 to 20 top-class people from the German auto industry working on issues like Apple Car concepts, manufacturing partnerships, and sales governmental obstacles. A possible manufacturer is the Austrian division of Magna Steyr. In May 2016, Mansfield is said to have announced the new Titan strategy in a Silicon Valley auditorium packed with hundreds of Titan employees, explaining that after an evaluation, he decided Apple shouldn't compete directly with Tesla, which already has several electric cars on the market and is working steadily towards full self-driving systems. The original vision of an Apple Car that would detect its driver via fingerprint and then drive them anywhere had transitioned from a partially autonomous car to something more ambitious. However, another factor that may have pulled Apple away from its own car is the automotive supply chain. While Apple is used to being able to exert heavy control over suppliers for devices like the iPhone, the company may have discovered that auto parts makers would be less eager to commit to an Apple Car, given the deeper expenses involved, and Apple likely producing vehicles in small initial numbers. Unlike the self-driving element, which is naturally in the public eye, The design efforts of Apple have been kept under wraps for the most part. Aside from rumors, which have been suggested Apple is creating an electric van, the only real indications so far of Apple's design direction have been patent applications. Based on patent filings, rumors, and speculation, the general appearance of the vehicle could offer some departures from current vehicle design. Apple's use of sleek lines in other products could be reused in the AppleCare, as well as wide-swinging doors that eliminate the need for a permanent center door pillar, making openings even larger. Proposals include the use of AR and VR technology, in-screen displays, privacy lighting, and unique sunroof designs, among other suggestions. The introduction of self-driving systems could further inform the design of the vehicle and result in more radical layouts, as there would be less of a need for conventional seating arrangements. That's all for today's video. If you stayed till the end, subscribe and leave a comment. Your comment will get a heart. Don't believe me? You should try it for yourself.